Gen Corner and Phantom Wallet Degeneracy. Probably first quarter with a little mini group that's cool, by the way, with Sully Crypto. Live from London. Oh, I'm kidding. Manchester, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, near Manchester. That's correct.
Alrighty, so
Yeah.
I know that you guys have a bits to go for it to hit 100K in British pounds, but Canada it already hit like 120K with the Canadian dollar.
Mm.
Now we're just waiting for 100K with the US dollar, and then Britain's next, I believe.
That's correct. Yes, because at the moment, looking at the charts now, it's literally at 99k. It could be higher on other exchanges, but from what I see on what's it called, CoinGecko, that's what I'm seeing. Yeah. I mean, there's
Does
going to be a
does,
lot of
Go- does
momentum.
CoinGecko give you the prices in in US dollars or in pounds, or you just like is it automatically in pounds or US dollars? I know that a lot of channels like Altcoin Daily, well, they're an American channel, but the other one, Coin Bureau in Dubai, I believe they use US dollars. So every time they do a presentation, they say that it automatically goes to US dollars. Is that true?
Um, well, I think it depends on the settings, but from when I go into CoinGecko now, and with me looking at it, it's uh, it's under dollars. I'm not sure I can always adjust it, but I always keep it to dollars because it's just easy to match up with when other people are comparing it, and it's right, and it just makes more sense to keep it that way because it gets a bit confusing when you're comparing the chart prices. But obviously, when it comes to me buying it, and I compare it with the pounds in that sense, so I know what I get for value.
Totally understand.
Yeah.
No, so it's funny because PubKey. I'm not sure if you have heard the term PubKey before. It's the bar in New York City that Trump went to buy Bitcoin.
Right.
He was Trump went to a bar to become the first president to use Bitcoin to make a purchase. They had
All
Fox
right.
Business. Yeah, they had Fox Business dudes there this morning talking about 100K.
Mm.
And on top, well, it was an interview from the morning, but it was somebody, the journalist had gone there, was gunned in the morning, but it aired around like 3 p.m. in the afternoon here. But
Yeah.
yeah, they just posted on X that tonight they're going to party like it's $99,999. Party like it's 1999. No, but it's fun times
Yeah.
though.
Of course. Yeah. And it's going to be very interesting times after the new year as well, because you never know. People just before it and near the or during Christmas time, there's potential that people may want to actually purchase a Bitcoin and other
Well,
cryptocurrencies as well.
but you know the U.S., right?
Potentially,
You know that the U.S. has Thanksgiving, and that's our biggest family holiday, and a lot of people go back to their hometown. So people are
yeah.
saying in the U.S. they predict that the Wednesday night is the biggest drinking day of the year, the Wednesday night before Thanksgiving in the U.S.
Oh,
So,
okay.
and people are hanging out with their old friends from high school, usually in their hometown, and guess what they talk
Yeah,
about? Whatever's trending. And guess what's probably going to be
absolutely.
trending? What's going to be trending the Wednesday night? I call it Wacky
Mm,
Wednesday. I forgot that. Oh, it's Wasted Wednesday or something they call it. But anyway, guess what's going to be trending Wednesday? Assuming that Bitcoin's
yeah.
above 100K.
Mm,
And what do people do when they
yeah.
when they get drunk? They make dumb decisions. Let me take out the phone. Oh, that Bitcoin thing, right? Well, I have $100.
Yeah.
No, it happens. We've all made dumb decisions when we're drunk. I mean, my personal opinion, it's not the worst decision in the world to buy Bitcoin, but there's other things that you could be doing instead.
No, absolutely, and with the Dogecoin as well, I've seen obviously it's literally at an all-time high right now, highest it's ever been pretty much.
Well, not
And
yet. Not in the U.S. The U.S. it was 75 cents when the Elon Musk went on when Elon Musk rather went on Saturday Night Live a couple of years back, 2021. Right now it's at 31 cents, so it's still a little bit high. It's at the highest it's been since like 2022.
yeah, that's what I mean by yeah, the highest has been in a very long time.
Yeah, yearly. It's a
And
yearly high.
yeah, so when did you hear about potentially gonna about the potential of it growing? Then would you say? Because I'm just looking at the charts now, and it began to pump quite a lot since near the end of October time. I mean,
Do you
obviously it
know
was
when it
during
really pumped? You
the
know when it really pumped? On election night. That's when it started pumping,
yeah,
when they knew Trump was going to win.
yeah,
Bitcoin started pumping,
absolutely.
Dogecoin surpassed XRP. Actually, listen, that's not financial advice. I mean, my mom was like, she was kind of like, "Are you crazy?" But I explained my logic. I might say this, and it might offend some people. It is what it is. But I saw him. I was like, Mom, listen. I put money on Bitcoin not because I own a lot of it, but because I wanted to own some of it because I assumed, hey, if Trump wins, it'll go up. If Trump loses, we
Mm.
might have a civil war. So I figured, hey, it is what it is. So we have a civil war. If you watch the movie Civil War, money's going to be useless regardless. So it's going to go up
Yeah.
anyway. So
No,
that
of
was my
course.
reasoning. Yeah, but it happened to be a good one because in the U.S. we can't use Polymarket to bet. So I bet on Bitcoin instead. I made a good amount of money. I took a little bit of earnings off the table just because it's lifestyle chips. I don't believe in gambling, but crypto's. People ask me all the time, are like, "Hey, how good are you at gambling? You want to go to a casino?" I'm like, "I don't gamble." That was the only time that I
Yeah.
considered gambling was buying Bitcoin 4 days before the election.
Yeah. Because obviously Ethereum pumped up, but it was at its highest in February early this year, so it hasn't reached its highest point for the price of Ethereum. But obviously, the one that's performed the best is obviously a Bitcoin, and then a few other ones like Doge Coin. That's like one of them that's done really well at the moment, and then quite a few others as well. But I'm seeing like the price increases of Bitcoin Cash now as well. The first time in a while, because I've had Bitcoin Cash for a while, but I
It's not the
never
goal. It's
really
going
seen.
up. It goes up with Bitcoin, right? It's a fork of Bitcoin. Honestly, I like it. I like Bitcoin Cash better than Bitcoin. I actually don't like Bitcoin like I believe it's kind of a failure with regards to its actual use of being a currency. I think it's much better of a store of value, and I think Bitcoin Cash is much more. It's a much better currency. It's faster. It's much more inexpensive.
Yeah, it is. And do you reckon people might use that as a way of trading, like with the goods and services, as it's like a lower price?
People are saying Dogecoin because remember Dogecoin. It's a joke, yes, but it's also it's a fork of Litecoin, and it's very inexpensive. That's remember Dogecoin was actually used for tipping for the longest time because people were like it's not going to go up to it's not going to go up to a cent. It's not going to go up to a dollar. So people were just using it to tip each other online. I actually
Yeah.
have a new editor now, and we're actually going to start using him for the first time ever this weekend. And it's because we have an
Okay.
idea, my best friend and I, to do some Bitcoin videos, and it'll be interesting. It's gonna be funny. You're gonna like them. They're shorts. They're gonna be, let's just say, they're gonna be very funny shorts. I can be pretty crazy sometimes, and I think of crazy things when I'm sober for a long period of time. I'm like, that would be a good idea. And and most of the time people are like, that's a stupid idea, and sometimes people are like, that's actually a good idea. You guys saw it in the group chat too. That's a private conversation, but you saw what I posted. That's gonna be a good one. But we're using the editor. So the reason I'm saying this is to set the stage for the fact that I'm the editor. I'm paying him using Solana.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Because
I used it before for payments. Fast and expensive. He's in India or Pakistan, one of the two. Anyway, so I think I told you that I used it before with my Japanese intern, and he needed money to make a crypto, a meme
yeah,
coin. I sent him money, Solana. He got it in seconds. Very inexpensive. Like for me, I like
mm.
Solana as a method of payment personally.
Yeah, it's quite fast and reliable, and the price of it has gone up quite a lot since the election too. So, and it's very likely it's going to go up even further. But I do remember you mentioned something about meme coin mania. Is that basically saying like it's where the big craze of meme coins are exploding? That is
Yeah,
that
and it's a
essentially
great
what that means, right?
segue because the number one project that meme coins are made on are what chain? The
What's that?
Solana blockchain. Solana.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why the price is going up because people are using it to make meme coins, meme coin mania.
Mm,
No, so I
of
have an
course, yeah.
idea for our group, right? I posted in the group chat. Anybody wants to join, feel free to DM me or Sully. I think our information on there. If it's not, if you need to DM me, you'll DM me. If not, you'll find out the hard way when we're coming out in Lambos and stuff in London. Anyway, on London Bridge, I'm in the passenger side. Sully, yo, let me out. I come in my one of my crazy hats, a cowboy hat or this hat or something, whatever I feel like
Yeah.
wearing that day. And then be like, yo, who's that with that guy? Who are those guys? Sully and is that World? More blockchain capital? Nah, but anyway, so degens. So I was listening to Raul Paul and a couple of people, and they said that it's probably a good idea to take no more than 5% of your portfolio, just to be a little because we're in crypto. We love degeneracy at the end of the day. We're all
Yeah.
degens. So wouldn't it be a good idea if like the 10 of us, right now. If it grows, it grows. I'll get phantom wallets, which I already have. Started researching yesterday. We all get phantom wallets, and then we just like start looking at projects that we want to throw $5 into it, $10 into it. Because remember Shiba Inu? There's people that threw $2 into it, $2 into Shiba Inu. Hey, it's $2. What does that mean? That's nothing, right? If you lose it, you lose it. It made
Yeah,
they made like 16 million bucks. I know, like I think that's not a bad idea. If you play the casino long enough, you're gonna make some money. Even if you
of
break
course, yeah.
even. Yeah, I mean, let's say I'm just saying, let's say that we each of us says like 500 bucks, right? Okay, no more than $5 at a time in the coin, right? If the coin goes up and we know it's legit, we throw more money in. Like
Mm.
that's not a bad idea. We all have the money. We all have house casino, house money, casino money that we can use for that for like 500 bucks. Just throw in like what is it, 500 divided by 10, 100 different projects, something like that, or I don't know.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, if it's like $5 for 100 projects, or obviously if you're like really ambitious, you can research extensively on 10 projects that you think could work, and then just put $50 in each of them. But obviously,
That's the
that
VC
depends on your
model. That's the
strategy
VC
as well.
model. That's the VC model. 7 of them are gonna fail. One of them will break even, and 2 of them will be so successful they'll more than make up for the ones that failed. That's the theory behind the
Yeah,
venture capital model.
of course. Yeah.
So you want to do that? That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? Like, just we get 10 projects. Like, we figure out 10 projects that we think are good, legit projects, and just assume,
Mm.
okay, all of these should, in theory, be good projects. But some of these are we're gonna lose our money. We just hope that
Yeah.
1 or 2 of them make it, so that we can, get those coveted Lambos. Or what do you guys do in England? You guys do Bentleys and Rolls Royces. Yeah, that's what you guys do in London.
But that's what people have, yeah. And then Mercedes Benz is a quite a popular one, and then you have Volkswagen cars, Audis as well. They tend to be quite popular. But I think it depends on which area you go to. If you like the really rich area, then you have more of the exotic cars. But if
But
you
like
live
my
in like a
friends are from
smaller
England.
town,
You guys are more like low, laid back, more classy, right? The Italians and the French are like the vroom, vroom. You guys are like, yo, I'm in this Rolls Royce, I'm in this Bentley. The more, some of them are more expensive than Lambos and Ferraris. But those Rolls Royces, man, it doesn't matter because when the driver's opening up the door, those doors are made to have a driver. You get the same amount of value as like 5 Lambos.
of course, yeah,
Of course,
that's
yes.
correct.
The British are so
And
classy.
mm.
Go ahead. I was saying you're a
And
very
it's not
classy
just
guy.
that, but not just that, but it's built not for 2 seats, but for 4 seats, so everyone else gets it. Like the other two passengers that enjoy the back seats as well.
So you have like a
With
driver
like
and
most of the
a bodyguard.
um, it's yeah. Sometimes people have that, like especially with celebrities. Depends on how big and famous they are. They do tend to have that. Yeah, where they have like a driver and a bodyguard. But if it's in somewhere like London, sometimes Manchester or Liverpool, it tends to be the case. But it all depends on the star power of that person too. Yeah,
Definitely, man.
if they feel
Because
that.
there are billionaires that nobody knows about. I know personally billionaires in New York City that walk around, but nobody knows who they are. So people aren't going to attack somebody that they don't know who it is. A lot of these billionaires they pay a lot for their security. I mean, to keep themselves private. Like they don't want to be public because they know that attracts negative attention.
Yeah, and it's not just that either. They pay certain companies so that their information isn't spread across to other people too, like certain agencies. It's not something that the average person would think about or do because you have to like reach a certain level so that you don't want to be noticed by specific people to create enemies with. But then again, that's more of like a billionaire's mindset. Once you reach that level where a lot of people, more and more people are out to get you because of your wealth. Whereas when you're like a millionaire, it's like there's more millionaires than there are billionaires, of course.
But even
And
celebrities, there's celebrities that maybe are worth like Tyrese, for example. I'm not sure you even know him. He's worth like $3 or $4 million. People, he's a big guy, but he's a target. I know people
mm,
that are worth like $2-3 billion, but nobody knows who the heck they are. Outside of their like circles at the country club, nobody knows who they are. So they're like, hey, I don't need security.
yeah, I mean, a good example would be knowing who the owners of the Bank of England are. Like, if you were to ask like any of these big finance people, they have no idea who actually owns it. You could say, I mean, obviously who the owners of like BlackRock is, and then like
Larry Fink,
Vanguard.
yeah, but like we know that.
Exactly, yeah.
But the average
Mm,
person, Larry Fink were to walk down, I don't know, the projects right now. Nobody knows who the hell Larry Fink is. People don't. I'm saying the average person doesn't really look at financial news and stuff like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, that's what I'm saying. Like Larry Fink, like who the hell's Larry Fink? If I go right now, if we were to go to the mall in the U.S. and just like interview people, hey, do you know who Larry Fink is? I have no idea. Then you
Mm.
know he has $13 trillion at his disposal. He's probably the most powerful man on earth. You have no idea who he is? Nope. But they'll know who Tyrese is, the the $3 million guy, net worth guy, the actor.
Yeah, the one that played Fast and Furious, is it? Him.
Yeah, but the problem is he has a lot of he has a lot of personal problems. Kind of like the basketball
Yeah.
player. I'm not sure if you know what's his name again? I forget the one that was gambling during the Olympics. But anyway, he's broke now. A lot of NBA players went broke because it is what it is. That's before they started giving them, like the soccer football players. You call them. You call them soccer players. Like a lot of them are
Yeah.
they're taking classes, learning how to invest. But before they had that, people would go broke, but they would still be celebrities. So it's a
Yeah.
different, very different. But anyway, get back to Bitcoin and crypto. Yeah. So right now, Bitcoin is picking up steam. I'm not sure what's going on, but from the moment Trump, we knew he was going to win on election night to like yesterday, we just blew past 10K, 10K, 5K, 7K. Whatever reason, since last night, we haven't been able to get past 99,900. Well, I think $99,980. I think is a new high or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I'm watching right here live.
That's what I'm seeing right now. Yeah.
Yeah, and now
It's
it's 99,000
literally.
60.
Mm,
You're a trader. You're a trader, and you look at these markets. I'm kind of like I look at crypto, and I'm kind of like, okay, who's talking about what crypto? I look at sentiment. There's like three ways of doing it. There's market sentiment, there's technical analysis, and there's mathematical analysis. You
yeah.
do more technical and mathematical analysis, obviously. So, what would you say is a problem right now? You think that every time it gets close to that, people are expecting a liquidation? People are expecting, hey, there's going to be a sell off at 100K. So let me sell off before everybody else sells off. Is that what you think is happening?
Um, it's potentially because I'm just looking through the. Hold on, let me show you what I'm seeing on the hourly chart right now, and you can sort of see what I'm coming from. So this is literally from the hourly chart.
But get closer because we
Um,
can't really see those numbers. And explain
yeah,
what's going on. Because
uh, the,
remember, I don't do technical analysis or mathematical
yeah,
analysis, so you're gonna have to talk to me like I'm a 2-year-old.
yeah. No, that's understandable. But this is just from like an hourly chart. Obviously, there's a lot of people that's buying and selling. Um, with Bitcoin itself, I don't study it extensively. Like Joseph would be the best person in that sense.
Okay, yeah, but
However,
okay, so on the
but
right hand
what
side, the most recent stuff is the right hand side, right?
that's correct. Yes.
So make that bigger. Make that bigger. The one day for that. I want to see that piece. That one day piece.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Bear with me.
Sure. I want to see
So
that
let's
one
have a look
piece.
at this. And so from this
Get get
time
get,
here,
get closer.
then
Get closer. Just give me the one day. Get closer. And give me the one day. So that red is like we're about to hit 100K and then somebody sold off. Is that what is going on? Like we're about to hit 100K. Every time we get
so
get
so that
closer.
red one here is about 99k, 99k, and then it dropped all the way down to 97.85, and then the
Mm-hmm.
lowest it went to was about 97.4k.
Mm-hmm.
That was on Friday, so Friday at 2 p.m. And then all of a sudden it just shot up to about 98k, and then slowly going back up again.
Okay, okay,
But
okay.
right,
Okay, 98K, right? And then there's a little green one that went up to 99, and then there was like a little red one that went down again. Is that what it? That's what it is. You see, and then
yeah.
the
So right
green, red,
now
green.
people
So people are
are
people
deciding to
basically
sell it. Yeah,
people are selling off right before it hits 100K. Is what you're saying?
and that's correct. Yes, because they believe it might not pump that much until later on. That's what. Yes, it's actually just. I'm not sure if you just saw it. It did go down just a little bit.
I'm
However,
watching it
it's
live with
sort
you
of
right
like
now.
retracing it.
Remember, I'm on my screen too. I'm watching it live as well. But yeah, I saw that. It was like a
Yeah,
97. It was like a 90. 99, like 100. Sorry, up there. It was close to
yeah,
99,000. I'm not a mathematical guy, obviously. And and then it
yeah.
dropped. It dropped almost to 98,000 something. I saw that.
Of course. Oh, yeah. I mean, with Bitcoin, obviously, it's not too volatile. It is still in an uptrend from what you can see. It's just what was interesting was seeing how it changed on Friday, how it dumped quite a bit, but then it went up again. But obviously, it's like what you're saying with the things on like Thanksgiving. It's very likely to grow higher and higher. But
Yeah. And then you also
yeah,
have the
from what
Christmas. You have the Christmas bump, which, by the way, we haven't really had like last year and the year before. I don't really remember there being a bump on Christmas personally, but like maybe maybe it's a bull run year thing. Maybe like this year we'll have a Christmas pump, because that one thing I
yeah.
like about crypto, for example, Sully, being in the U.S., right, and watching the election live, and being in California of all places, the West Coast, right. So it's like
Mm,
7 p.m. there. It's like 11 p.m. here. I'm watching the election 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 p.m. here. Remember, equity markets aren't open. Equity markets react the day after. It was beautiful because you got to see cryptocurrency reacting live. I made an article
yeah.
and I actually suggested, I don't know if you agree with me, especially of real world assets, certain equities, like let's say Tesla, MSTR, MicroStrategies, if they become tokenized and they run on cryptocurrency 24/7, that's a way for people to be able to trade equities 24
Mm.
7, holidays, weekends, nights when the equity markets are closed, when the stock market, London Stock Exchange closed, the New York Stock Exchange closed.
Yeah, it's something that provides an opportunity from where the normal exchanges are not open. Um, yeah, so that means like the fiat currencies that cannot be used during those periods has its potential to grow in those areas. So you might actually see where people have made their money from crypto and then get it back into their trading accounts. But I think with this, what we saw with that little dump, I'll just show it you again. I think what happened down here was I think people were happy with what they made, so they decided to sell it and then go off and party or whatever with the gains that they made.
Go off for bottle service and celebrate 100K, and they're like, okay, we're gonna drink. You're in London. We're gonna drink until it hits 100K, and they're like 3 hours later, it still hasn't hit 100K, but let's keep drinking.
Mm.
Because you know damn well
But
people in the
yes,
UK right now getting bottle service. This party's happening right now. Literally, people are at parties waiting for 100K to hit.
no, I could imagine that actually. But that would be more like house parties. To be fair, in terms of like bottle service, it's more of like an American thing.
Oh,
But
really?
I've never heard anyone do bottle service in the UK. I mean,
Well,
there might be, but
is it a major city thing? Would you say like more of a major city thing? Because bottle service, like obviously, you're not gonna get bottle service in the middle of nowhere, Iowa, you know.
yeah.
So like in New York City, that's New York City. Maybe Boston, definitely an LA thing. I don't know. Maybe it's a London thing. I don't know. I'm just saying
Um,
my personal experience. I know I've
Potentially,
been to places where there's definitely now bottle service.
yeah. No, no, I think it depends which city. Maybe there is, but I haven't heard anyone do it. But then again, I think it depends in your social circle too, and the type of people that are into drinking and stuff like that.
And bankers, like bankers, they make so much. They a lot of them have like actually a lot of bankers last bull run quit, and they made their little crypto hedge funds. And there was one in London who was working for a bank, and he was making like a million something a year, and he made millions off of
Yeah,
Dogecoin, and he's like, all right, looks like I'm going to just trade Dogecoin for a living, and he quit his job because some of those bankers, I know some of them personally, they have no lives, man. They work like 12 hours a day. They get into the office at 7 a.m. They get home at 3 a.m. They go to sleep. They wake up and they have to work Saturdays and Sundays. Unless they're Jewish, obviously, respect to the Jews, they get Saturday off at least. But a lot
yeah,
of these bankers don't have lives, man.
yeah. It can be very mundane with their jobs, absolutely.
Which is why
But then,
which I don't get on them for getting bottle service and living that life because hey, when they do get a chance to be outside the office, why not enjoy it?
absolutely, yeah. So that thing that you're on right now on your screen, what is that called then? Oh wow,
Actually, I
it's
don't
actually gone
know.
up quite a bit now.
Just shout outs to JV, and he's back. Shout out to JV. It's his channel. We're just following a lot live along with everybody else, the live
All
price
right,
pumps and everything. But he's in Puerto Rico actually.
yeah.
He's in Puerto Rico
Oh,
right
I see.
now.
And
Yeah, Puerto Rico, right? When you live in Puerto
of
Rico, you
course,
pay. There's no capital gains tax in Puerto Rico, and it's the only place that I know of where Americans live and don't have to pay capital gains tax at the federal level. Even if you live abroad,
interesting.
you still got to pay capital gains federally, but Puerto Rico you don't. So it's like basically the crypto hub for Americans.
I think. Do you know many people that has moved to El Salvador as well? because
Yeah, but
of
the thing
like
is, if you
how
move to El Salvador, you're still American. Like, you don't do this in the UK. Most countries don't do this. As an American, when you live abroad, you still gotta file taxes. You still gotta your pass. You have to use your passport. Actually, a lot of countries won't give American bank accounts because you have to give them U.S. tax forms when you open a bank account.
yeah,
So
I see.
even if it doesn't matter where you live. Puerto Rico is the only place where Americans get that privilege.
All right, interesting. Yeah,
Yeah, but it looks like we're not gonna hit. I'm not sure what's going on. Poly market odds when we woke up this morning were like 36% that we're gonna hit 100K, and now they're like
yeah,
at like 52% 2 hours ago. And I'm thinking, hey, we're gonna hit any moment now, right? We were pumping 10K, 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 2K, but it looks like I have to, I have to hop on another podcast in about 8 minutes, but or maybe less. I don't know. We'll see when they get the
yeah.
when they get it. But anyway, I don't know what's gonna happen. Excuse me.
Of course.
I think that it'll hit 100K tonight, and if not, actually, the biggest pumps that I saw out of nowhere were the Saturday afternoon in California, like at 1 p.m. after the election, and crypto almost never pumps on weekends, so that was the biggest, that
Mm,
was the craziest pump. I'm like, Saturday, why is everything pumping on Saturday at 1
yeah,
p.m. But
of course.
yeah, but I don't know. I want to say that we're gonna get 100K by Thanksgiving latest. I thought we were gonna get it earliest last week, last Friday, or I thought maybe
Mm.
realistically sometime today. But I said by Thanksgiving latest, which is next Thursday. Do you think we're gonna hit 100K? Well, what time is it in London right now?
So it's nearly 10 o'clock. So it's about 7 minutes to 10 o'clock.
Okay, so
Actually, so I'm looking at the charts right now. This is what it shows on. Oh, sorry, one minute. I think it dropped. But this is like the price where it is on the stop. Try to stabilize that on there. It says 90. Oh shit! Let me type this up. Yeah, so that's what it is literally right now. 90. Um,
same.
so
I got the obviously I got the same too. Well, I don't know. It's getting
yeah,
blurry. But yeah, it's 99,341 on mine. All the exchanges are different.
yeah. But this is on the trading view, so this is like the live order is generally speaking.
Yeah, because even like Eduardo, he would know, like, we would be at 92,000. He's like 92,000. We were like, how come it's only his exchange that knows these things? It was to the point where I was like, listen, just tell me what the price is now, so I know it's gonna be in an hour.
Yeah.
Crypto.com seems to know prices like before, like 3 hours before anybody else does.
Mm. Yeah, of course. Just another quick look at Solana as well. So based on
I'm a big
the
holder of
past
Solana, by the
30,
way. I'm a huge holder. I think you know this, but I'm a huge holder of Solana.
yeah, this is what it is in the 30-minute chart right now. So it's
Oh
actually
boy,
pumping
trending
quite a
down,
bit.
trending red.
That's only in the 30-minute chart. So
Okay.
this is basically like the Morales money chart. This is something that I use, within my private Discord group.
Oh,
But this is really,
you use it to trade, right? Because if things are turning up, you put money in, then you take it out when it's turning down, right?
you do, but this one's more of like a long-term one where you do it as a daily. I mean, not as a daily, as a weekly or a monthly thing.
Yeah, but those are
So at the
market segments. Like,
moment,
for example, Sully, correct me if I'm wrong, but when you see it turning green, you put money in. As soon as it turns red, you take it out, right?
essentially, yes. However, it can always it depends on the market as well. And but yeah, if you look back to early this year, it didn't really pump that much from what's it called, early January time. But if
And
you
guess
went
what? And guess
to
what? I bought most of my Solana October last year when everybody was dumping it. I was like, I'm buying. I guess I'm buying it.
oh yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Yeah,
so it
yeah.
was
Like,
going
some of
up
us
by
are,
that point. Yeah,
hey, we're all a little bit degen. And let's be real. The only people that get rich in this market are people that take those kind of risks.
no,
So
absolutely. And sometimes what you can do if you want to maximize your profits is, especially with meme coins, what you can do as well. If you think if it doubles, if you're hoping that it's going to double in price, you just sell 50% of it, and you've basically broke even. And if you think it's going to grow even further, then if you hold on to that, the rest of it's all profit. Like at
yeah,
least
you
like
take
you
out
don't
your
have to worry
initial
about what
profit.
you've lost.
You take out your initial profit and play with house money.
Yeah.
which is what we're going to be doing when we go into Phantom. When things pop off, I'm not ready yet. I think maybe January, as soon as Trump takes office, I'm going into Phantom. You guys are welcome to come in with me. I hope we can do it together. But we're going to play with house money, and whatever we win, we win. Whatever we lose, hey, listen. Okay, this is a strategy that I don't suggest people do, but I'm
Mm.
taking I'm taking Salon, and I'm kind of crazy. So literally, if I were to take 500 Salon in January out and lose it all, I
Mm.
probably made the Solana back just doing nothing. So
Yeah.
for me, it's not even like, oh my god, like I lost money. It's kind of like, well, I lost $500 on Phantom, but I made like $1,000 during the same 30-day period, so I don't really care.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah. No, it makes sense. I was just looking at like the Sui token, the price of that one. It did go down a little bit there, but I think it still can grow though, because that's the only really resistance it's got at the moment. Maybe a little bit on the 21st. It's
And I
looking on
have a
the
lot
weekly
of those,
chart.
bro. I have a lot of Sui. We're not gonna talk too much because the IRS is listening to these YouTube channels to see
Yeah.
who's gonna hit next. But I got a lot of those. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna let you just finish off what you were saying. The next 60 seconds, I have to hop off so I can get on this other channel. But yeah, go ahead,
Yeah.
finish it
Sure.
up, brother.
Yeah, so like overall, I mean, it's a very. I think that it's going to be likely that some tokens will drop down because it's going to slightly lose its momentum. But near the end of this month or maybe mid to December time, there could be potential people buying more and more of these tokens because they're
And
hoping like before.
let's hope that Thanksgiving Wednesday, because at Thanksgiving people get crazy. Just keep it safe. Please take Ubers. Do not drive drunk. That's stupid. We have Uber
Mm.
nowadays. But please get drunk, take Uber, and on your boring Uber drive home, buy lots of crypto. Not financial advice. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and I agree with you. The fact that you're saying was Thanksgiving is probably the most likely because during the Christmas period, most people have already spent all their money on their gifts and presents and their celebrations and stuff. So by that point, I don't think they'll have much money left, even for like New Year's and stuff, unless it's like they go out on like a credit card and borrowing stuff that
Which,
way.
let's be
But
honest,
then,
people are doing that.
yeah,
And even though
it's just quite,
even though they ban using credit cards to buy crypto, there are certain platforms that allow you to. Phantom being one of them, of course, a decentralized exchange,
yeah,
right? But which I'm not even sure how it's still legal, but hey, it is what it is. We're here to play the game. We're here to make that money. We're not here to ask about regulations and stuff. But anyway, with that
absolutely,
being said, Sully, I gotta get going. Enjoy the rest of your evening. We'll hop on again. Um, After it hits 100K, I'm gonna be talking to everybody. I'm gonna have everybody back on, and again, we're gonna be working on some social projects this weekend because we want to entertain everybody. We want to get some more views on the short side so we can grow this channel as we get into
yeah.
the parabolic parts of the bull run. So with that being said, brother,
No,
have a
of
good
course,
night.
yeah,
Upwards and onwards. All right.
yeah. See you later.
You too, brother. Ciao.
Bye.